Hi guys, we're gonna make a really easy breakfast that I love. I love anything chocolate. Chocolate is like my thing. Like I love it, like to an extreme amount. So we're gonna have chocolate. We're gonna have chocolate brownies with ice cream. Can you believe it? Under 300 calories. So we're gonna have some cottage cheese. I'll show you which kind here in a minute. Some protein powder, I have a super old recipe I wrote on a sticky note that I have. Some chocolate cocoa powder, some sugar-free maple syrup, and we're gonna have that halo top caramel ice cream on top, and we're gonna use oat flour, as well as some walnuts, some of these mini chocolate chips, and we're gonna top it off with a little whipped cream and one of those maraschino cherries. We're gonna use vanilla, baking powder, salt, cayenne, cinnamon, and a little bit of water. Mix it up, and it's gonna go in the microwave and be done under 2 minutes. Believe it or not. So, I'm gonna go grab the cottage cheese so you know which one I'm talking about. This is the one I use for this application. Sometimes I use a 1%, sometimes I use a 0%. This one, it's a 2%. So you use 2/3 of this and put it into your little bowl and give it a mush. And you don't have to, but I like to give it a little mush. You could also whip it, to actually get all the curds to be mushed up and stuff, but I want my stuff to be done quickly. So I have my cottage cheese. Very simple. 2/3 of that cup thing. I already used 1/3 on another recipe. And once that's all mushed up, we're just gonna keep adding the ingredients. They're pretty simple. I don't even separate liquids from non-liquids, all together in there. So the next thing is protein powder. So 1/3 of the scoop of this protein powder. So a scoop, 1/3 of a scoop. Then we have half. Where are my thingies? There they be. I made coffee on the weekend, so my little measurement thingies are over there. So we got the protein powder, chocolate powder, cacao powder. Where'd you go? There it is. On that, we just need half a tablespoon. This is going to be super chocolatey. Make it flush. Chocolate. Then we just need a tablespoon of sugar-free maple syrup. I'm going to use half a tablespoon of this and half of the Walden no-calorie one. It used to be 1 because their calories used to be less and then changed. So sometimes look at the, every once in a while recheck the label because it changes. So we'll do half a tablespoon of sugar-free maple syrup. That goes right in there. Remember, if I lick the spoon, it means I love you. And half a tablespoon of that one, that is 0 calories. The other one does have a little bit of calories in there. That way we have our whole tablespoon that my original recipe called for. See? Simple solutions. Happy little cooking. Then we're gonna add some oat flour. 1 tablespoon of oat flour. Okay. 1 tablespoon in there. after the oatmeal, we're gonna have some walnuts and some chocolate chips. I'm gonna divide them. I'm gonna have some in the batter and then some I'm gonna top it with it later. So I'm gonna get those. Okay, so it's gonna be 1 tablespoon of walnuts, but I'm gonna use half now. So half a tablespoon of walnuts for my brain. And I'm gonna give this a mix before I start adding those bigger things in there. Then I'm gonna have chocolate chips, 1 teaspoon. So I'm gonna do half a teaspoon now. Where'd you go? These cute little guys. They're so cute and tiny. Look at the cute little chocolatey chips. They're teeny. I don't know why, but I have a fascination with like little tiny things. I just find them adorable. Okay. One's trying to get out, so you might as well get out. There we go. So that was half a teaspoon because we're going to use a whole teaspoon, so we'll do that other half later. The whipped cream and the cherry comes after, and we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Coffee stuff is over there. Make sure I don't spill it. There we go. 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And you know what I've learned over the years is taste your ingredients. You'd be surprised how something tastes and you're like, I never even realized that's exactly what that tastes like. I mean, I know what it tastes like in something, but what does it taste like on its own? And then you start thinking how things can go together. So we've got the vanilla. We're gonna add a little bit of salt because chocolate always needs a little salt. A little of my Mediterranean salt. And a little bit of cayenne and a little bit of cinnamon. I always add a little bit of cayenne, like the teeny tiniest bit, and a little bit of cinnamon to anything that is chocolate. And the reason for that is it just enhances it, gives it a little bit more of a Mexican chocolate flavor, but it doesn't make it spicy. It just enhances the actual chocolate flavor. You can also use coffee grounds. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. I'm not gonna use it on this one. Okay. I had one of my younger ones come in and I told them, I'm gonna start filming, and that's when they wanna come out. They're like little trolls. All right, so we were on the salt, cayenne, cinnamon. We're gonna add baking powder to get our rise. Oh, you know what? He came to give me a rise. Now I'm gonna give my cake a rise. Or my brownie, I should say. All right, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. The difference between baking powder and baking soda is that baking powder already has the acid that's gonna make it rise. Baking powder or baking soda needs the acid. So that's why you add milk, because milk has lactic acid. And you can still use like Lactaid because it still has that acid in it. They only add like a lactose supplement in there, and that's how it helps you not have issues with it. So we've got the baking powder. Then we're gonna add some water, probably like 1.5 tablespoons, and you can just judge on what your batter looks like. And we're gonna mix. Mixity mix. So we have a batter. I'm gonna add just a drop of stevia, just to sweeten it up a little. But I do like it more towards the bitter end because it is, after all, a brownie. It's not a cake. And I'm gonna be adding ice cream and stuff. But that Dutch cocoa is deep. So we've got that. Good batter. And then I just kind of flatten it out in the same bowl that I'm making it in. And then give a lick to the spoon, a giant lick to the spoon. And then we're just gonna microwave it for 1.5 minutes, and then we leave it in the microwave for like another 60 seconds just for it to settle. While it's cooking and rising, I can just put my stuff away, make myself one of these water enhanced drinks. That orange one's pretty good. And get my cherry that we're gonna put on top, and my whipped cream. We're gonna drizzle some of those skinny syrups with caramel and chocolate flavor. Now that we've put it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, depending on how fudgy you want it, the less minutes, more fudge, the more minutes, the more cakey. We're gonna get some ice cream and then top it off with our little fun stuff. First, I'm gonna add my little chocolate chips so that they melt. Who doesn't love melted chocolate? I mean, how many ways can you eat chocolate? It's like amazing for you, right? And it's got antioxidants and everything. You can have it cold with a crisp to it, which you're actually not supposed to put your stuff in the fridge, but a little bit of cold, I mean, the little snap, I like that. Then you have it normal, where it melts in your mouth, bah, right? And then you have it melted. Oh man, that's awesome. Anyways, like I said, I'm obsessed with chocolate. So I'm gonna go grab my ice cream. Fun fact, chocolate was given to warriors before going to war for the guys. I don't know why. Maybe it gave them energy or something. I'm gonna use this ice cream. We're gonna use half of the serving on here. It's gonna be 1/3 rather than 2/3. All right, so let's dress this guy up. Move out my ice cream, 1/3 cup. Put it right on top. Make it pretty. I like my food to look pretty. I'm gonna put my remaining walnuts on top of my ice cream so that they are crunchy. The cold kind of makes them a little crunchy too. And then we have 2 tablespoons of my whipped cream. So 1, 2, and a cherry to boot. Cherry on top. Drizzle it with some of our stuff. Let me show you what it's looking like. Look at my cute little sundae. It's basically what it's gonna be is like a brownie fudge sundae. How awesome is that? Oh yeah. And some cinnamon. And let me show you. And this is done under 2 minutes. Look at that. Awesome. I'll make another video of me eating it. I gotta take a picture of it. Yum. Under 300 calories. Protein. Delish. Nutrish. Enjoy. Whoa.